Well, hi everybody and welcome to the Tennessee State Museum Storytime with Miss Morgan. I'm so excited to see everybody today. Can you believe it? It is September. Man, where has 2021 gone? It is almost, no, it is the fall. Yeah, fall is coming up next week. Man, got to get those fall decorations out. So you guys, I am so excited about today's story. But before we get started, let's check our schedule. Let's go sing our song. Let's go. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself, say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job, you guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right, so remember, we're gonna sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, everybody. Big pat on the back, big round of applause. You guys did such a great job. All right, let's take off our welcome song. All right, you guys. Today's story is called Abuela by author Doros, illustrated by Elsa Kelvin. So I love this story. I think it's a beautiful story and it's so colorful and so sweet. And we're reading it because September 15th to October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month. And I'm very excited to read this to you guys today. But here's the thing. I'm not going to read it to you. I have a very special guest today who's going to read you this story. And her name is Miss Eileen. And she is one of my coworkers here at the State Museum. And she has so nicely agreed to read our story for us today. So let's give her a big round of applause, and she'll come read you the story. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Eileen, and I'm reading Abuela today. Abuela takes me on the bus. We go all around the city. Abuela is my grandma. She is my mother's mother. Abuela means grandma in Spanish. Abuela speaks mostly Spanish because that's what people spoke where she grew up, before she came to this country. Abuela and I are always going places. Today, we're going to the park. El parque es lindo, says Abuela. I know what she means. I think the park is beautiful too. Tantos pájaros, Abuela says, as a flock of birds surrounds us. So many birds, they're picking up the bread we brought. What if they picked me up and carried me high above the park? What if I could fly? Abuela would wonder where I was, swooping like a bird. I'd call to her. Then she'd see me flying, Rosalba the bird. Rosalba el pájaro, she'd say. Ven, Abuela. Come, Abuela, I'd say. Sí, quiero volar, Abuela would reply, as she leaped into the sky with her skirt flapping in the wind. We would fly all over the city. Mira, Abuela would say, pointing, and I look as we soared, over parks and streets, dogs and people. We'd wave to the people waiting for the bus. Buenos dias, we'd say. Buenos dias. Good morning, they call up to us. We'd fly over factories and trains and glide close to the sea. Cerca del mar, we'd say. We'd almost touch the tops of waves. Abuela's skirt would be a sail. She could race with the sailboats. I'll bet she'd win. We'd fly to where the ships are docked and watch people unload fruits from the land where Abuela grew up. Mangoes, bananas, papayas, those are all Spanish words. So are rodeo, patio, and burro. Maybe we'd see a cousin of Abuela's hooking boxes of fruit to a crane. We saw her cousin Daniel once, unloading and loading the ships. Out past the boats in the harbor, we'd see the Statue of Liberty. Me gusta, Abuela would say. Abuela really likes her. I do too. We would circle around Liberty's head and wave to the people visiting her. That would remind Abuela of when she first came to this country. Vamos al aeropuerto, she'd say. She'd take me to the airport where the plane that first brought her landed. Cuidado, Abuela would tell me. We'd have to be careful as we went for a short ride. Then we could fly to Tío Pablo's and Tía Eliza's store. Pablo is my uncle, my tío, and Eliza is my aunt, my tía. They'd be surprised when we flew in, but they offer us a cool limonada. Flying is hot work. Pero quiero volar más, Abuela would say. She wants to fly more. I want to fly more too. We could fly to las nubes, the clouds. One looks like a cat, un gato. One looks like a bear, un oso. One looks like a chair, una silla. Descansamos un momento, Abuela would say. She wants to rest a moment. We would rest in our chair, and Abuela would hold me in her arms with the whole sky, our house, nuestra casa. We'd be as high as airplanes, balloons, and birds, and higher than the tall buildings downtown. But we'd fly there too, to look around. We could find the building where my father works. Hola, Papa, I'd say as I waved, and Abuela would do a flip for fun as we passed by the windows. Mira, I hear Abuela say. Look, she's telling me. I do look. We are back in the park. We are walking by the lake. Abuela probably wants to go for a boat ride. Vamos a otra aventura, she says. She wants us to go for another adventure. That's just one of the things I love about Abuela. She likes adventures. Abuela takes my hand. Vamos, she says. Let's go. And I really like this book because it reminds me of my Abuela. When I was little, I used to go around the city with my grandma and get a bunch of ingredients to make one of my favorite dishes, arroz con pollo. And we'd go home and she'd make it for me and I'd eat until my belly hurts. And that's just one of the reasons why I love my grandma. She always takes good care of me.
You guys, let's give Miss Eileen a big round of applause. That was such a fun story and she did such a great job. So give her a big round of applause. We love having our special guest. So let's check our schedule. We've done story time. So now it's time for our activity. So one of the things I love about this story is that I think it's just so sweet, but I love the colors in this story. The illustrations are beautiful. Look how colorful that is. So that got me to thinking, what if we made for our grandmas or the lady next door or a friend? So if you have a special lady in your life, let's make them a special bracelet. So all you'll need is a pipe cleaner and beads. Now, you might not have a pipe cleaner, but that's okay. Maybe you have some string or some yarn. You really just can use anything you want to make a bracelet. And you have fun with it, be creative. You can have a bracelet that has pretty patterns, or you can maybe use different beads, but have fun with it and give it to that special lady that you know, because I think that's one of the sweet things I like to do with my Oma was I always loved watching her put on her jewelry in the morning because I love sparkly things. And so, I feel like that's a really fun thing that you can give your grandma and something that she can wear, and it's a cool bracelet. So I hope you guys have fun making them like I did. And before we head out, let's check our schedule. It is time for our artifact. So today's story, this is Abuela right here. So our artifact is called Dona Lola by Davila Martins, and it's right here. It is a really cool portrait, and it's a painting. It's not really a portrait, I should say, but it's a painting, and I love it. It's in our collection here at the museum, and it just reminds me of our Abuela here in our story, and I thought it was really cool. So I love sharing that with you. And you guys, I can't believe it, but our September story time is over. I will see you next month in October for our story time. Next month, we have a very special partner as well, so we're very looking forward to that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next month at Storytime at the Tennessee State Museum with Miss Morgan. Bye, everybody.